Good morning, everyone. I'm Ashley Johnson with a look at your need-to-know headlines in Philadelphia.
The city has launched an active investigation on this collapse that took the lives of 6 innocent victims and has more than a dozen people injured. Governor Chris Christie was here meeting with business owners over the weekend, speaking to them about their future and plans to rebuild. The opening of Engine 38 comes with both excitement and outrage.
Black Friday kicked off a little early this year as many shoppers throughout our region celebrated a new trend called Great Thursday, hitting the stores before they even finished their turkey dinner. Good Friday morning, everyone. I'm Ashley Johnson with a look at your need-to-know headlines in Philadelphia. This is a mock cell where many of these children are living here for months to years. It's 8 by 10 by 10 with no windows, and usually the bathroom is also inside these walls.
Those with Cure Auto say what many parents don't know is whether or not their child plans on driving, they still have to claim them on their policy. I'm Ashley Johnson with Eye Opener, and Get It Right, Get It Tight is trying out for roller derby.
Good morning. I'm Ashley Johnson with a look at what's coming up starting at 6 on Eye Opener. It's another big accomplishment for former Secretary of State and former First Lady Hillary Rodham Clinton. She was awarded the 2013 Liberty Medal.
And as Secretary of State, traveling around the globe, I saw firsthand how American unity leads to strength.
Clinton shared the stage with former Florida Governor Jeb Bush, who is the chairman of the National Constitution Center.
Hillary and I come from different political parties, and we disagree about a few things. But we do agree on the wisdom of the American people.
She's the first Lady to serve in a presidential cabinet, and Clinton's well known for being a champion for women's rights around the world.
America's democracy is not a birthright, nor is our global leadership.
Clinton follows Liberty Medal winners including Muhammad Ali and Nelson Mandela, but this distinction was also met with controversy. Across the street, protesters held signs reading, "Benghazi" and "Hillary lied, people died."
Directly across from Independence Hall, we are experiencing everyone their freedom of speech, and that is a good thing.
Supporters of Hillary Clinton are hoping she makes a run for the White House. She has not made an official announcement about any plans, but for now, she's already made her mark in history.
I fully expect that she will break another barrier in 4 years, and she will be the first Lady to walk back into the White House in her own right as President of the United States of America.
Thank you all. God bless you, and God bless the United States of America.
And Hillary Clinton thanks American values and other world leaders in her fight for justice. For Eye Opener, I'm Ashley Johnson.
It's a Sunday afternoon in the phonograph player.
Maddie Hinton is a 6th grader at Longstreth Elementary School in Southwest Philadelphia.
Waltzing down the stairs.
She'll tell you that reading isn't her strong point.
What's been your hardest year in school for you?
2nd grade.
Why was 2nd grade so hard?
Because my teacher wasn't experienced and she was a new teacher. And most of the kids in my classroom got left back. So I had to do 2nd grade again.
Maddie's mother, Kia Hinton, says her daughter is now 1.5 years behind where she should be academically, and that the state of Philadelphia's public schools is beyond unacceptable.
And for years now, probably since they've been going to school, their classes are just growing. You know, it's like 30, at least 30 or more children in the classroom.
Kia is now fighting for education reform with the nonprofit Action United.
After joining my organization, Action United, and learning just more about the larger picture, learning that an experienced teacher, you know, is a resource for children in our community where resources are limited.
Action United is made up of parents and teachers who want schools to have more resources and ultimately more funding. Quanisha Smith, the co-executive director for the organization, says the city's additional $60 million to the school district is a step in the right direction, but in the big scheme of things, it still isn't enough.
We don't have nurses. As we know, we just had a recent tragedy in the city where a little girl died, and some of the speculation is that could have been prevented if there was a nurse in the building.
Action United has been at the forefront of several rallies where parents and teachers are demanding full and fair funding.
When we were under the governance of Governor Rendell, we had a funding formula that allotted resources based on needs of the school.
Ma'am Jones.
And while Maddie Hinton might not be up to speed in reading, she knows what she needs for a bright and successful future.
What would you like to see your school have more of?
Like bigger classrooms with less students.
Even as Madi will tell you, focusing on students like herself to be the best that they can be. For Eye Opener, I'm Ashley Johnson. Just weeks ago, a mass shooting took the lives of 5 people on Santa Monica College in California. On Drexel University's campus, the piercing sound of bullets was part of a simulation to prepare the campus should a real attack ever take place.
God forbid it ever happens on our campus. We want our faculty, our staff, and our students to be prepared for this, to know what to do for this. We have a saying, it's run, hide, and fight.
Each year, Drexel University police team up with several law enforcement agencies to make sure they're always prepared in case of the worst.
As we saw 2 weeks ago in Santa Monica, it was an active shooter situation that ended up in a college library. So we want to make sure we plan for that and prepare for that. And the best way to do that is to practice and train together.
Please, y'all, please help.
Student actors help bring this brutal scenario to life.
Please come back!
And we go down there and the kids are screaming and they're hollering for help. We have gunshots going off, we have people screaming. They walk past the victims because our main job at this point is to deal with the threat. We got to end the threat.
Drexel's population is close to 30,000 students, and officials say making sure everyone's safe is a top priority. For Eye Opener, I'm Ashley Johnson.
It was kind of like I got hit by a car. It was like because I felt like I knew it was coming because they called me that morning and said they wanted me to come in.
Antonio Boone will never forget that shocking phone call 2 years ago. He was studying journalism at Temple University, and during finals week, he was diagnosed HIV positive.
I put my head down for a moment and I cried and I popped my head back up and I said, okay, what's next?
What do you say to the person who you had unprotected sex with?
I wish them the best. I've spoken to that person. I genuinely wish them the best.
Boone says it's just his nature to turn lemons into lemonade. He now leads the SWET Project, which is an acronym for Sexuality with Education and Truth at St. Christopher's Hospital for Children. It's for young men who are in homosexual relationships.
Being diagnosed with HIV, it's very isolating. You feel very closed off from other people, and introducing them to the SWET Project, it gives them a community.
Dr. Roberta Laguerre works at the Dorothy Mann Center at the hospital. She treats and counsels families and children. Some of her patients were born HIV positive, and others were infected from sex.
Anybody who comes in to get care at St. Christopher's Hospital for Children who's over 13 years old is going to be offered HIV testing.
She says it's important for a child to be diagnosed early because the sooner they are, the sooner they can get help, and it's less likely they'll infect someone else. She says often patients can be treated with 1 pill a day.
We have patients who are born with HIV who are in their mid to late 20s, who are graduating from college, having their own children who are HIV negative.
She teaches young people who choose to be sexually active to always protect themselves.
We are very, very committed here to making sure that the young people that we take care of understand the risks that they face.
And for Antonio Boone, he says thanks to great treatment, he plans to continue helping others and one day start a family.
I'm not going to let some 3-letter acronym change my life. That I refuse to.
Yeah, I know.
All right, do you want to try to sing it together?
I'll try.
Okay. I come to the garden alone.
Mr. Raymond Bowman and his daughter Alice are quite the singing duo, but right now they've got 105 reasons to sing for joy. How old did you turn this week?
105.
105 years old?
This week, yes.
Mr. Bowman celebrated his milestone birthday with a big celebration of family and friends at Saunders House. At 105, he says the best day of his life was meeting his wife, Alice.
She was on the beach, and I was walking down the boardwalk, and I'm a smart guy, you know. I looked at this girl, and I did like this to her.
You're a blessing.
His wife passed away 12 years ago, but what keeps him going is his daughter, Alice.
He represents hope. He represents hope in terms of it's never too late in life to be a contributor.
Mr. Bowman's wore many hats throughout his lifetime, including being a caterer, but he never imagined living through segregation and seeing America elect its first black president.
And to see a black president is something I love to see that.
Mr. Bowman's room here at Saunders House is more like walking through a museum. He has letters from city council and senators, a picture with Philadelphia's Mayor Michael Nutter, and here on his wall are 105 years of happy memories. I've seen the mayor's been here.
Oh, that's my buddy.
Mr. Bowman says turning 105 was easy, and he plans on sticking around just a little bit longer.
3 more years, and then I'm gone home. My wife wants me to come home. She talks to me every day. Every day she comes and talks to me. And I said, well, I want to see our children in good shape, my daughter and my son, then I'm ready to go.
But for now, Mr. Bowman has more life lessons to share.